Nah, no ROE. I you know, you gotta spread the wealth. All right, let me collect this. I have to do one more thing before we do PvP, which is cap my rhodolite, which is something I always forget to do. What's this? Kind of bad. Kind of bad. Alright, let's go do this rhodolite. Should only take 15 minutes, maybe. Let me see how close I am. Where is it? I gotta do this. Oh, I should do that too. Alright, this is 5 to go. Alright, well, it's gonna be longer than 15 minutes. I didn't realize I only collected one this week. Alright, there's one. Four more to go. Dust. Let me do this. See if there's one up here. There's not. We need an auto farm for mining these nodes. Alright, that's 3. Need 3 more. We'll check down here real fast, and oh, my controller just died. Give me a second. We'll see if my controller decides to reconnect or not. It says it connected, but I always have to restart my game. Alright, give me a sec. Let me restart my game. I don't know why it does this. Alright, we're back. And let's go here. It's usually pretty fast over here too. Two more. Was it a blowout? I don't even know what the score was. I didn't even look. Ten and no sweet blowout. Oh, rough. Well, you know what they say. You can't win them all, right? Can't win them all. What's this? Well, I thought we'd finish here. Let's go to the library. And maybe we can finish there. Actually, Shasar C is pretty fast too. Let's do the loop real fast here and see if we can't finish. I usually go north here and then go left. Oh, lag? Hello? A lot of lag there. The games must have just finished or something. I don't know. It was weird. Nah, it couldn't have been the games because you guys said 10-0 a while ago. So I don't know what that lag was. It was kind of weird. All right, one more. I mean, technically, I still got to cap the material, but it's all good. It's been intermittent lately. Okay, so I got a question. I mean, maybe I should ask this question later. But the question I have is, everybody that complains about the lag in BGs and just in general, do you know, are they on Windows 10 or Windows 11? Because I feel like the majority of the complaints are coming from people on old hardware, or like people who don't update their software or their hardware. I could be wrong, but I think that's the majority of complaints that I see. And every time I ask someone, it's just like, oh, I'm on Windows 10. It's just like, well, you know, Windows 10 is end of life. From what you know, 11. Okay, so like, yeah, I came back to the game and, you know, I log in and then I was like, oh, this is lagging. And I was like, oh yeah, let me update all my stuff. So the things that I did was I updated Windows, I updated my drivers, I updated chipset. Chipset's very important. I updated BIOS to the latest version. And then updated my graphics card to the latest Studio Ready driver. I don't use the Game Ready. I use the Studio Ready because it's more stable for like productive workflows. But and then yeah, it's like it's fine now. So I was just curious on like people's hardware, what their hardware setup looks like. I know even some of the partners, they complain about the lag too, and I'm like, you know, what kind of hardware are you running? And it's, I don't know. It's all over the place. Alright, let's go to the library and see if we can finish in library. Yeah, but you're also on a very new PC as well. Like, I'm also on a very new PC as well. Like, very high-end hardware, right? So, I think I'm a bit of an outlier. I use mobile S24. What? Okay, on mobile, I don't know because I don't actually do BGs on my mobile. And I have a Pixel 10 Pro. And before that, I had a Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus? Something like that. And it was terrible because it's old. It's not too bad, but it's playable. Okay. I mean, I don't think anyone, it's got to be outdated hardware or something, because someone's like, oh, if they queue, I was reading the thread recently and they were saying like, if they enter a BG and it shows the green triangle, you know, they know it's gonna lag. My S21 Plus did that just for world farming, right? And everything was set to low, but I would still get that icon. And it's just like, because, you know, it's an old phone, and yeah, I don't expect it again to be awesome. And each update, I guess they're right? Each update feels like it takes more hardware power to run the game, right? And I think that's what the complaint is, because at one point in time the phone was okay to run, but as they keep changing the game and making it more complex, it requires more hardware to run. I think that's really what's happening. Because if you go back, it's like, oh yeah, my S21 Plus was, when did I get that? Like 2019 or like 2020? 2020? Somewhere around there. And it was fine running the game for a very long time. And then like 100%, it got worse. You know? Hello, Ugly Mo. So I get it now, and I have to turn settings off to fix it on mobile to settings thing. Yeah, so you like turn things down. But I mean, I think it's just, you know, software requires more hardware to run. And it's not like, yeah, I mean, you gotta upgrade hardware. Like, I don't know. When the game improves, people that feel like they can just buy hardware and it'll always run everything perfectly is just, I don't know. Kind of weird. My phone isn't that old. S24 is 2023. But also remember this, because consoles are this way too. Consoles will like never keep up with PC when it comes in terms of like hardware and like what's required to play video games at like such a high level, or like intense graphics. And phones are the same way. It's like you can't expect a $1,200 phone to compete with like a $10,000 PC, right? An S8, dang. I recently switched to Pixel, and I actually like it over the Samsung. I was just bored of Samsung too, so I'm thoroughly enjoying the Pixel lineup. Maybe I'll go back to Samsung eventually, but I think Pixel it does what I need it to do, which is a lot of like business apps and stuff. And then decent cameras, right? Obviously the Ultra 26 is, the camera system is like really, really good. And then also what brand has the Leica lens on? I forgot. I could have bought one of those when I was in Hong Kong or Singapore. I forgot what brand that is. That was also tempting, but I was like, I have a Pixel 10 Pro right now, so it's fine. I didn't need anything new until I started playing Diablo Immortal. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. People complain about the storage, right? Increasing all the time. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, maybe I'm just more open to knowing that like software gets bigger all the time. Every time a new feature comes, like it's more storage space, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to it. And I don't expect hardware to last forever. Get an iPhone for Diablo Immortal. You can. My iPhone 12 is well, no, sorry, I have an iPhone 13 Pro as well. So yeah, I have one phone for work and one personal phone. And yeah, my iPhone's actually due for an upgrade. Like, but I mean, the Pixel 10 fills the gaps I need to fill, like if I want to take okay photos. So I may this year maybe might upgrade iPhone, but maybe next year. I don't know. Unless something breaks. I usually don't upgrade hardware unless something breaks, or if something is like I need it really bad, some like new feature or something. The amount of storage for just DI was entire storage of your SA. Yeah, because that's probably what, like 64 gigs. What was the storage space? Maybe 128 back then, right? I think that was the max or the limit. It wasn't that much. 60. What? No. The storage space was 64 gigs, right? Okay. Yeah. There's no 60 gig. It's always in multiples of powers of 8 or whatever. Because of how bit conversion works. 8 bits in a byte, right? So that's how it works. It's always powers of 8. Use a real camera? I have a real camera. I have my 5D Mark... What the heck do I have? 5D Mark III. But I actually want to get a mirrorless camera. The R8, the 2nd gen R8. Hold on, let me see. Which camera do I might look at? Here's what I actually want to get. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Mirrorless camera. There's a 2nd gen. Was it the R6 that came out, or what was it? I think it was the It just came out like a couple months ago. R6 Mark III. I think it was the R6 Mark III is what I was looking at. Yeah, I think it was the R6 Mark III. R5 Mark II. What's the difference between... It's been a while. Between the 5 and the 6 Mark III. And now I know there's an R8 too, right? Or was it the R7? Can't remember. I think there's an R8. Yeah, there's an R8 too. But that was like, yeah, it's kind of lower end. Let me see. Okay. Okay, so this says in body, this is in lens. Oh, so if I use the RF adapter, okay, that's why I think I was leaning towards the R6, because of my old lenses. I have to get the adapter to use my RF lenses on there, or sorry, was it the EF to RF adapter? I think that's what it is. And they don't have image stabilization built in. Not that it's a huge deal, because I pretty much only shoot with like primes and anything below like sub 85 millimeters. So, yeah, I think the R6 was what I was looking towards. Not that I really need image stabilization built in the lenses. Like on the R5, it requires image stabilization in the lenses, but it's not. Yeah, it's not too bad. And I think no, this has dual slot as well, so that's fine. Yeah, I think the R6 was what I was leaning to, the Mark III. But I mean, you know, this is more expensive, so I was just like, okay, why is this more expensive? So, yep. You can adapt Canon lenses too. They have an adapter for the Fuji. Yeah, so the other thing is like, a lot of events actually don't let you take in cameras like this. Ew, who wants to run crop format though? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? If you want to shoot at like 35 millimeter, you have to run like what is that? 1.3x is like, you have to shoot at like what, 18 millimeters or something like that. It's good enough. Man, get out of here with that. It's good enough. Get out of here. Anyways, I was thinking about getting a new camera. But what I was saying was a lot of events don't allow you to take in cameras like that. And even like BlizzCon, they don't allow you to take in cameras like that unless you have a media pass. And media passes, you can do that. But if you don't have a media pass, you're not allowed to take in a camera like that. That's why you want Fuji. I don't want to shoot on a crop sensor, man. I might as well just use like an iPhone 20, you know? Or you know what? I would just get that phone with the Leica lens. That's what you should do. Just get the phone with the Leica lens. That thing is awesome. All right. Let's work on the build. So I did a couple things with this build. I'm running Spiteful Blood right now, and I'm running my Concentrated Will in there, but it was a terrible experience. So I need to fix some things. Also, don't try to run like 8 Vengeance family bonus reforges, because you basically put all your damage into immunity, and that is absolutely terrible. This is the very first thing that I need to change. Is I need to get rid of that, because I was like, oh, this sounds like a great idea, but it was a terrible idea in practice. Because damage is actually not the problem. It's surviving in between your cooldowns and doing damage in between your cooldowns, right? Like when you don't have your gems. But if you have execute buff and like convoy, yeah, you'll like one-shot everybody. Like I cleared an entire idol because of that. But barbs and satyrs and anyone that has an immunity, even pet cheat death, like they just won't die. And then you basically are putting all your eggs in one basket, and it was just a terrible experience. The problem that I'm having right now is actually Fume Thread Demon Hunters absolutely destroy you, and that's a problem. Are you still testing stuff? Yeah, I kind of am, just a little bit. I'm trying to think of, you know, what can I do about the Fume Thread DHs, because those guys are a problem. I think Monk can also lock you down. I can swing on the Monk, like daring swing, and kind of just kite the Monk a little bit. It's the same thing with like Barb too. Like you just kind of have to kite and wait. The same thing with Fume Thread DH, but the problem with Fume Thread DHs are if you don't have a daring swing available, you eat a ton of bursts from them when they're, and then you can't hit them most of the time because they're in their iframe. So that's a problem. I don't know, maybe I just need to practice a little bit more. Okay, so I need to... That's not what I wanted. I didn't want any of those, because I need to get another Mount Bang piece here. Because this ring is kind of old. Let me check my stash real fast. Because maybe I have a ring or something in here. But I kind of like Wolfheart. I did the best actually with Wolfheart and Golden Firmament in socketed. So I don't know, what does that tell you? I performed the best with that. I mean, is it because of the extra burst that comes with this, and the attack speed that comes with this? But I mean, gem attack speed stacks on top of essence attack speed, right? Or yeah, I think it does, right? So maybe that's why this felt okay, because of the attack speed from this. Alright, let me look and see. Board vitality. Kind of need the willpower there. This doesn't have willpower though, so that's a problem. It doesn't have move speed either. I do need the move speed. Alright, let me see if I can craft a ring real fast. I use Void Spark instead of Golden Firmament for additional attack speed. Are you running the lock and load right now, or what are you trying to run that, or what are you doing right now? Yes. Okay. Fight 4? No. Actually, list out your gems for me. Same build, okay. I need more storage. Like storage space or stash storage, because those are two different things. Everything the same except Void replaces Golden Firmament. Okay. Oh, so you're running all damage. Interesting. So you're not running any defensive gem whatsoever? Huh. I kind of like the reason why I really think Golden Firmament is very underrated, because Golden Firmament allows me to live for so long. Well, you know how you fix your stash issue is just don't change classes so much, right? Isn't that sounds like the move to me? We're gonna try. Let's try this. Starfire Shard. That's right. Just the amount of clutch kills I've had with Golden Firmament plays puts it top tier for you. Also the evasion. Yeah, the evasion is such an underrated stat. Evasion is like, I think evasion should be ranked pretty high on your priority, because if you evade an attack, you can evade crits, right? Like you can evade a critical hit, you can, and you take no damage, right? It's not like, I need to get this thing out of here. It's not like it's you know, a block where like a crit where you can't block a crit, you know? What was in here? Oh, Starfire Shard. Oh yeah. Where is my Starfire Shard? Right here. The Demon Hunter is better than the Barbarian. For A, is the Demon Hunter better than the Wait, what? The Demon Hunter is better than the Barbarian for A. Is the Demon Hunter better than the Barbarian for PvE? I'm not sure what you're trying to say there. Or I'm just completely brain. my brain is just, I don't know what, I don't know. Is it just me, or does anyone else get that? I'm so dumb. I feel like I'm dumb. I haven't changed since Druid launch. Just got so many fixed gear that I don't have new replacements for. I mean, I don't know how some of these people play so many different classes all the time. Because it's just wild to me that they play all these classes, and it's just like, how do you keep switching classes? all the time. And they have like all the essences farmed, and yet they still want essence, like, you know, essences unlocked when the new stuff comes out, so they can make videos. And you know, it's just like, man, like, wow. We want to do convoy. Convoy is absolutely terrible, by the way. So, but we'll I feel like when convoy's open, most people queue convoy. But convoy, I feel like, on this build at least, is very difficult. I swapped out Spiteful after Vendetta convinced me Friday. Okay. Okay. Hey, Keith, how you doing? Doing good. How are you? How are you, Brad? With AFK farm now, it should be easier. I mean, I get a lot of essences with auto farm, or the auto battle, I guess. If you get a good partner, you can almost run the table. True. The grind for new gear is a Diablo staple, and changing class and finally finding that essence that unlocks the build is for fun. For some, anyways. Yeah, I think... I gotta be careful how I phrase this. I don't wanna phrase this in a way that sounds negative. Yeah, maybe I just shouldn't say anything. I'm not gonna say it. I agree though. I agree that you should. Diablo is a grind game. Shorter queue times with convoy compared to assault. I lose more with convoy. Yeah, convoy, I think it's just because of the dual queue. Yeah, tell them to get rid of dual queue. They don't listen to me. I think we've clearly established after 4 years that they don't listen to me. It's got the Doom portal, right? Or some kind of portal there. If they did listen, things would be hella different. Oh, for sure. Sentry would actually be usable. Knife traps would actually do damage in PvP, right? Like all these things. It's like, oh, I don't mind knife. Listen, I don't mind knife trap and sentry. I don't care that we have a lot of that stuff. I just care that we have so many of those essences and they do like nothing in PvP, right? I've tried so many different combinations, and every time a new patch comes out with a new sentry essence, I'm like, oh, cool, new sentry essence, let me try it out. Or new knife trap essence. You guys remember the Piper pants or whatever with the auto-seeking knife traps? I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. It's gonna proc Firestorm. It's gonna be auto-seeking. It's gonna do a lot of damage so they can't run out of your knife trap. But no, you know what? They move hella slow across the ground. Have you seen how slow these things move? They spin, they move. It's like Robot Wars, spinning, you know, those robot battles on TV. Like this spinning thing that moves really slow towards the target. It's awful. It's like, why is that so slow? Yeah, this one, Fire Piper. I think I said Pied Piper or something like that. I don't remember what I said. But yeah, this was like, I thought this was gonna be awesome, but then it turned out to be very, very lackluster. What's your solution to fume thread? You just gotta kite and then hope you can outrun their smoke grenades, right? The smoke grenade is what does the most damage, right? So, but the thing is, they always have it up. You basically just have to run out of their dashes, and then I don't know. I don't really have a great solution. I think the solution is don't engage a fume thread DH. That's really the solution. Those wings kind of look like spider legs. Those wings kind of look like spider legs. Look good. What a sentence that is. Hey y'all, I'm just here so that I don't get fined. What? You have to whistle to make that work. I mean, even if I have a whistle, I don't think they say anything. Been monk 4 years next month, thinking a lot about going Demon Hunter for a while. Give it an honest shot. Looks fun as hell. Demon Hunter is fun, but you're also gonna run into a lot of frustrations, especially if you're above 10k. I think it just becomes very difficult to play, unless like you're maxed out, and then you can run, you know, fume thread and like one shot all the lobbies all the time. That helps if you can just run around killing all the lobbies. But a lot of those games, there's just no lobbies. At least for me, a lot of the games that I get there's really not that many lobbies. And I feel like if I don't pressure the point and do some damage against their tanks on the point, we just auto lose all the time. But there was a game I played a little bit yesterday, and there's a fume thread DH that like did very well in the lobby, and he was basically going for like all the range classes more. He pretty much left the tanks alone and just kept killing all the range classes. So I guess that makes sense. And they eventually, it was a close game. They eventually won, but it was a pretty close game because they basically stalled, killed all the range a whole bunch, and then, you know, when the respawn timer is really long, that's when they were able to push at the very end. So yeah, maybe that's how you should play fume thread on convoys. Just kind of go for the back line most of the time. I don't know if I don't know. I like to go for everyone though. That's the thing. And even for this one, you have to have a trigger discipline because a lot of times there's already immunity up. Like Barb is an immunity, or Satyr has COL up, and you just have to wait. And then you're just waiting for a long time, I feel like. I'm in the 7Ks. It feels like I'm in an in-between spot that can be all bad some days. I think you should have a lot of fun in that range. I think it's a lot of fun in that range. Because you're not in these like monster games, and you can actually have fun. Because in these games, the melee move very fast, and melee never dies. And then that's why I was trying to find like a different build that I could play, where I can kind of kill tanks a little bit more, and you know, mess around with this build, which is kind of fun. Plus, I never like fume thread anyways. I always say that. Like, I don't really like playing fume thread, but I think it's the easiest build to play. So, play fume thread. If you think you want to go DH, I think you'll have a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun playing fume thread. But coming from like a Fan and Eyes build and then going to that build where all you do is just smash your keyboard or buttons and then just dash everywhere, I don't know. It just didn't feel fun to me. This build is really fun because you can catch people off guard. See what I mean by trigger discipline? You gotta have a little bit of trigger discipline. There's a little bit of lag there. That's my controller disconnecting, so ignore that. Ah, I died. I didn't mean to die there, but kind of got caught. Yes, I'm using damage to reforge. That should have been a 20, 0, and 10, but I messed up there at the end. Whatever. You kind of melting tanks. Yeah, this is a melting tanks build. But this build requires also patience too. You gotta wait for immunities and then go in. I never noticed, but your clock says 12:53 a.m. as our server is actually 8:53. Just noticed that. Well, it said 12:53 a.m. or 22:53 because I was on different, yeah, cross server. Yeah, because it's cross server. You messed me up saying 12:53. I'm like, what? 12:53. I stayed with Fan and Eyes even when Fume Thread was the meta. I also dislike playing Fume Thread. Yep. You just noticed that? Wow. Just wait till you get on a server that's 4 hours ahead and you know you're in South America. And you're like, man, the latency. Do you actually count cooldowns? I kind of noticed that with that Satyr. Yeah, I do. It's like Barb is it's like 6 to 8 seconds for Undying Raids, 6 to 8 seconds for COL, and you basically just want to kite right? And then as soon as you see that, oh, they have no more, you know, COL, it's like, okay, let me go in. And then also when the Guardian was almost at the heart, you saw how I cleared the entire heart. All three of them basically had 0 health, but all of them were immune to damage, right? So then I ran out, waited for my cooldowns, waited for their immunities to go away. So pet cheat death is like 3 seconds, right? And then after that, you can just go back in. And all of them had pet cheat death. All of them just had immune to damage. And it wasn't a satyr or a barb or anything like that. So then you just back up. I went to see if the health pot was coming back up, because they're on 30-second respawn timers, and it wasn't up. And so I just kind of danced in front of it and then went back in. Yup. You just gotta play around your immunities. Use the flamethrower. That build is so troll. You should, if you really wanted me to play flamethrower, you should have came in on Friday, my first stream in like 2 months, when I was literally playing every build. I was like asking viewers for builds. I was like, all right, let's just try builds, right? What was said? I'm stuck in the wrong lobby. Oh. Did you try the new essence, the one I posted in Discord? No. Let me see. What did you post? What new essence? Wait, what new essence? I missed an essence. What are you talking about? Did you try the new essence in the build channel? Hold on, let me look. Oh, the one... Dude, that's... The one from 13 days ago? And you're talking about 100 striking shadows? I don't really like that. I tried that build and it still wasn't destroying tanks though. Not like this build. This build absolutely destroys melee. Alright. Convoy is over. So now we get to oh, what was it? I don't remember if it was when it was, but if you get on this build, if you get execute on convoy, right, you kill the final boss, this build is literally unstoppable because you execute through all the immunities, right? So if you want to play a build, I got, I think, 12 kills at the very end by like just wiping the idol twice. And with execute, you just clear the entire thing so fast. It's actually insane. It's actually insane. And then it got me thinking, you know, the Crucible, the 2-star gem that has red execute that comes up, it's not really execute. I don't know why they call it execute, because it's not really execute. Like, it doesn't, this does not go through immunities, right? Or am I wrong? Am I wrong? Does this go through immunities? It doesn't go through immunities, right? So when you get that execute, that red execute that comes up on the screen, that just means you're proccing slaughter, but it doesn't mean an actual you have execute, right? I think they should change that word. That is kind of misleading. Or if you tell me rank 10, that 2-star gem actually gives you true execute where it ignores immunities, dude, I would run that gem on this build 100% because you literally can kill everyone. Except for fume threat DH. I mean, you should try to have damage to shields where you can, like, right, damage to shielded enemies. But your reforges should all have damage to shielded enemies, right? So what's your opinion on last 2 event gems? So I think Leviathan Tomb is good. I was not around though for that gem. There's a couple gems in the game, like times where I just wasn't around. Void Spark was one of them. Leviathan Thread was another one. Actually, and this one, Roiling Consequence, I wasn't around for this gem either, but you know, it was like S tier, so I had to get this gem, so I ranked that one up. But yeah, I think Leviathan Tomb is a really good gem. If you're asking the last 2-star event gem, that's a different conversation. But what was the last gem before Leviathan Tomb? What was that? Forgot which one that was. Oh, Faded Trail. This is okay. This wasn't like a game-breaking gem. Like, I think Honcoil's good. Leviathan Tomb is good. Bloodflow Colossus Engine. Roiling Consequence. Bloodsoaked Jade, of course. Right, those are your gems. I love trail and farming. I think, like, most of the gems have their uses. I remember Zwenson's Haunting was a really good gem to run for AFK farming. Like, for whatever reason, Zwenson's just would one-shot a mob that was, like, off-screen. Otherwise, you would die to him because he's so far away, and your pet wasn't auto-attacking him. So, yeah, I mean, AFK farming, Zwenson's was actually really good. And Jolt Reforged was also really good because, you know, it's one of the ranged mobs that you can't, you know, your character's not close enough for pet range. You would eventually die. But Zwenson's not very, very good. I mean, that's the only exception, I think, is like Zwenson's was never that great of a gem. Trying to think, like, what other gems? Phoenix used to be really great. Not so much anymore. Chip has its uses. Valor's Call has its uses, but that's like C tier. Maybe even D tier, because like it's once every 20 seconds. Now this gem does a lot of damage though. If this thing hits you, it does a lot of damage, right? Like, it does a lot, but it's just so slow. Oh, you want to talk about the 2-star gems? Okay. We were just talking about this gem, so I think this gem would be awesome if it actually gave you an execute. Right? So for 2-star gems, I think this gem would be amazing. I would say this would probably be an S tier gem in PvP if it actually did what execute means in the game. For some reason, they made this also say execute on above your head, right? Like when this procs, or execute above the target's head, when it's not true execute. Bane Boil, I haven't even played with this, but I heard it is not good unless you have high potency. So, I don't know about this gem. And then Tundra Blight. I mean, this is not a Demon Hunter gem. I mean, Howlers has its... Okay. Throughout the 4 years of playing this game, they actually fixed Howler's Call, by the way. Because originally, Howlers would not go in the right direction. It would always go in the wrong freaking direction. Like, it would go over this way. And it's like, what? Like, oh, my target's right here. Why would it go over here? So they fixed it to, like, auto-track the closest target. So thank goodness they fixed that. Because my Howler's Call, that wolf, would always go in random directions. And I got, like, 0 use out of it. It was terrible. So they fixed it, right? And then... But, yeah, it's just... And I always get hit by Howler's Call for some reason. That was like a meme on the stream, is like, you know, I'd always get hit by a Howler's Call. It's like, really? But I don't think... People have asked for, like, reworks of old gems, but I don't think that'll ever happen. I think it's very complicated to rework any old gems. Because people are gonna, like... You know, outrage, cry. Like, what if they, you know, if they buff it, sure, right? Or if they change it, sure. But a lot of people, like, if it's a nerf, you know, that's not good. Nice freeze. Just got destroyed by Demon Hunter. I went back in to try to DPS that wolf. Because yeah, that bear, because he was frozen. But then I ended up eating tons of damage from that Demon Hunter. Let me help this right here. What's this right? Hold on. Getting chased. Don't hit me, please. Let me heal. That was bad. I had no immunities there, and I kind of went in. And fighting demon hunters, which you can't fight. Tanks, yes. Demon hunters, no. And of course, I died to another fume thread demon hunter that comes in after I destroy the tank. And I mean, he's doing his job though, right? Like, he's supposed to kill me. Yeah, but that freeze is pretty wonky, because a lot of times I'll get frozen off screen, and I'm like, what just froze me? That hurt. See, I have to change up my playing a little bit. Like, it was I was kind of worried there for a little bit. But I gotta play a bit different. I'll let someone else handle those DHs on that side like a tank. Dead. No, dude, the peg got me. That's so troll. The mob got me. Oh my gosh. That's so dumb to die like that. Really? They need to get rid of those too. That was so troll. I can't believe that happened. Okay, we all just died. Okay, we won. Yeah, I know they're pushing the other side. Yeah, pretty good, right? I'm wondering when will the devs run out of ideas and just introduce a 2.0 version of every fire. Well, they're sort of doing that though. Like, not completely, but they're like, okay, we don't have an existing. Oh no. Hold on, my thing, my game bugged. Oh, I just have to log out. I don't have to actually restart the game. Whoops. But if you look at the gems, there's no Blessing of the Worthy, right? There is no... What they do is they make better versions of 2-star gems. But I don't think they'll completely redo a version of a 5-star gem. But you could be right, because what happens eventually if they run out of ideas of 2-star gems and they need more, right? So maybe. You might be right. You might be right. By the way, Selenon, what do you think of this? It's fun to play, right? Or anybody else that's running this build. Like, I think this build's pretty fun to play compared to Fume Thread, which is like mindless. Nah, it's a modified version of the build that they run in Southeast Asia. It's really fun. Yeah, thank goodness. Because if I had to play Fume Thread again for streaming, I don't know if I would even stream. The fact that Friday was pretty fun at the end gave me motivation to play again today, right? So, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, Demon Hunters just wasn't fun for me to play. But this build is fun. I'm having fun on this build. Because you can literally see someone, like, poop their pants and run away. Like, all the melee are just like WTF and then they run, right? Like that Blood Knight. That Blood Knight just he just runs. I've had druids ask how I can kill them so fast. Pew pew. Lock and load is fun. I agree. I think this build is really fun. It's a fun new play style. Yeah, and I think if you really want to... Here's the thing that can kill this build, though. Spiteful Blood. So if you see a red shield, you have to, like, play a little bit defensive, right? Just run for a little bit because your primary attack is, you know... See, if they'd make the sniper essence work for Demon Hunter, it'd go great with the StarCraft crossover. But what's nice is how the skill cooldowns match too. Yeah, I say this all the time. It's literally you pop these two skills, you dash, and boom, right? Like, it's good. Nah, I only play DH. But I'm seriously considering, based on how the Warlock playtest goes, whether I would contemplate changing my main for it. It's worth trying a new class. I mean, I get to play it on the test realms. Isn't that enough? I like trying to figure out how to kill the other class, or what is the counter for the other class as a Demon Hunter, right? Especially now that you can AFK farm essences. I guess. But then I'm going to have the problem with I have no storage space because my bags are all full of gear. We have not yet. Even if okay, we haven't played it, but even if I did play it, I wouldn't be able to answer that question. But I mean, I think it's common knowledge by now that, you know, there's always like a playtest that happens when a new class that comes out, right? We the creators, you know, always get to play it. So I think it's always safe for me to answer that, because, like, you know, people know. I just can't disclose any details about it, but everyone knows Warlock is coming. Everyone knows, like, you know, the kind of the frame like time frame, because most of it happens around like June, right? Because the game is 4 years old in June. Most of the classes come out in around that time frame, so yeah, it's safe to say, like, yeah. Well, when was Druid? Druid release was what? End of June last year? I don't remember. Let me get some water. Hang on a second. I think it was... Look it up. Someone fact check that. I think it's like end of June last year, right? Oh, good timing. Dude, what? I think Druid came out July. Oh, was it July? Dang. Okay, I gotta wait for tanks a little bit here because I don't want to just solo push in and die here. Probably dead here, by the way. Dude, what the heck just hit me? Okay, well, monks are definitely still annoying. I was mid-air and I still died to a monk. Okay. Very interesting. Dang, that wizard hurts. This is a juicer lobby here, man. TOL. I know, but I feel like I don't get a lot of kills, right? And because I don't get a lot of kills, it's a problem. Right, like Soul Harvester does nothing for me if I can't kill anything. And when I get a juicer lobby, like this is a juicer lobby, man. This is not a easy lobby. Like look at that, like this does so much. They do so much damage, like 100 to 0 in a second. You should kite the... I'm trying to kite the wizard. But I also need to do damage to a wizard too, right? Like, dude, get off of me. Like, how do you kite that? Dude, you're telling me, oh, kite the wizard. Yeah, like, how are you supposed to kite that? Dude, you're trolling. Oh, kite the wizard. That's moving at like 40% plus 40% move speed. Kite the wizard. Freaking ridiculous. Some of the things you guys say is crazy. I mean, I did damage to him, right? I guess that's all that mattered. Because I pushed him off the side. I'm gonna go over here to the right and see if maybe going to the right here at the very end will help. I don't know. Probably not. Nope. Okay, well, where are the barbs and like, you know? Can you carry Krog? I don't know. How am I supposed to carry? How am I? I don't know. Yeah, no, like if the barbs are supposed to kill the wizard, like what do you? You know, we have a barb that I think is killing the wizard, and there's BK, right? Barb's 2 tunnel vision on just smacking idle and not go for whiz. So is that what our barb was doing? Was not going for the whiz? Because he was trash talking me in raid chat. Like this right here, that pink chat is him trash talking. But I mean that guy trash talks everybody. Yeah, I mean, it's like, drop the 5k, do everyone a favor. How about you kill the wizard? You're the only one that can kill the wizard, you idiot. Like, what? I like 100 to 0 that wizard for you a couple times, and I don't think you killed the wizard after that. Barb's trash talking DH, but they never want to play another class that requires more than 2 fingers to play. Yeah, I agree. It's always like a druid or like an overpowered class that always says like trash talks. It's some trash talker from East Coast that always trash talks everyone. I should just ban him from chat. Imagine telling someone else how to enjoy playing a game. Imagine. Let him expose how stupid he is when he is using an OP class. I will actually, okay, I will say if that guy decides to play Demon Hunter right now, playing this specific build, and does better than me at twice the spend of my account, I will bow down, right? I will bow down. But, you know, when you spend twice the amount that I spend on my account is like, yeah, you should be at the top, right? Like, I don't know what the argument is there. I'm a new player, just trying to see your Demon Hunter PvP build. I can show this after. I can show the build after this. Like these East Coasters that spend like $500,000 on their account and then they trash talk everybody who spent like, you know, like 150 on their account. Like, of course you're supposed to be higher than me. Oh, it's that monk again. Hey, there's your boy, Krog. He's right there. I just noticed him. Yeah, Fume Thread does a lot of damage still. That was two smoke grenades that I just ate there. I believe it. Got that stupid monk, man. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I just, as a former like East Coast person, I don't get I just don't understand their kind of attitude. I'm baffled a little bit, you know. Welcome, yo, Hector, what's up? Good to see you. Okay. I just got hit by an off-screen. Was that? That might have been a 4-piece rib though. But that might have been. I can't fight these Demon Hunters. Someone else has to come over here. I'm spending too much time on these DHs. I'm not supposed to be fighting these guys. Oh, good. Look, a monk. I'm from New York. Wait, DH? Wait. DH is the only class that has no stable perma or close to perma CC. We did though, but then they nerfed us, right? Oh yeah, Tempest. Sorry, Tempest. I don't know why I said monk. My bad. Tempest. Okay, well I'm gonna die to the thing if. Show instances, yeah, I can show. Well, DHs, certain classes, anything with an iframe can kill you, right? So this build is not good for anyone that has an iframe. So you can't fight Tempest, you can't fight Monk, and you can't fight Demon Hunter. That's pretty much it, right? Those classes. So you basically, this is not one of those classes that you can fight. Hold on, let me overwrite this and I'll show you. So this is not a class. If you want to fight against, I mean, really no one can kill Monk anyways, right? Or a Fume Thread DH. So don't even try. Don't even try. Yeah, for sure, monks. Just because you basically have to wait, and then when you finally can get a free second, that's when you can 100 to 0 them. It's being able to do damage to them. Like this build will 100 to 0 almost everyone. Nothing. I didn't basically change anything. I did some more testing, and then I changed my reforges a little bit. I tried different reforges, and that didn't help. So I went back to, because I was thinking like, maybe if you stack Vengeance Reforges, it might be useful. So I was running 3 Vengeance Reforges because of the Vengeance family bonus increases your damage by 100%. But damage isn't necessarily the issue. It's basically like what you damage in between your big burst and being able to survive like in between the enemy cooldowns. That's what I needed help with. So like I was trying Spiteful Blood, I was trying a couple different gems, and it's just like, you just need to be able to survive between cooldowns. Yeah, no, so yeah, what Vendetta says. So don't fight basically a Demon Hunter or a Monk. You can't fight any of those two. Don't ask me what the team is doing. I don't know. I just vibe. Like I don't really care whether we win or lose. Which I know that makes East Coasters so mad too. That I just don't care. Yeah, like Wizard kills Monk, right? Does that freeze Wizard build kill Monk? The AoE one? Yes. Satyr also kills Monk, right? Yeah, so I think like you have to run the Monk into the PvE mobs that spawn. That's how I killed that Monk the last time. Was I ran him into those mobs. They also just nerfed their Wizard Shield. Fixed the bug. What was the bug? Actually, maybe it was in the thing. Let me see if there. Let me look to see if there's a bug report for that. Supposed to only feed off enemies and not mobs. It was only in the Chinese patch notes. You guys need to get better with explaining what the bug was. Like, what was the bug? Like you give me, it's like the carrot, the proverbial carrot dangling in front of you. Like you just give me enough so I like, you know, work towards, like, just give me the whole information from the first thing. It's like, oh, they fixed the bug, blah, 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 you know? So just give me, you know, breadcrumbing me. Wiz can kill monks a few ways, but best is to freeze chill so monks take damage from multiple sources. Okay. Trying to find it. I mean, you could just type out what it was, right? You don't need to link it to me. Just tell me exactly what the bug was and what they fixed, right? Not just they fixed it. Like what was it doing before? Because I don't know what it was doing before. He said feeds off allies. Okay. So is that right? Cause well, Divi is not confirming. He didn't say yeah, that was it. Thank you, Gray. Divi's like, who else says a lot of wrong things a lot of times? Divi and someone else says, and I always have to fact check them. It was supposed to only work. It was supposed to work only if you chill enemies, but the bug was so long you were near an ally increases too. Dude. I won't call you out. I feel bad now. Dude, what a bug that is. Like, that's a crazy bug that it was only supposed to work on chilled enemies, but when you're near an ally too, that's a crazy bug. Yeah, that is a... Wow, that's a... Yeah, that's a bug. Where did No Name? He used to want you to run Summon Demon Hunter so bad. He made a Reddit post like a year ago, right? That he quit. That said he was quitting. I still remember that post. I was like, oh look, another Reddit I'm quitting post, and then it was like, oh, it's No Name Heroes. But he probably sold the account too. I know actually a lot of people that sold accounts. And yeah, it is weird because I had like a returner's bonus, and I guess someone who bought the account clicked the button and said, you know, welcome back to Sanctuary. It's from a person I haven't heard from a long time. And then I was talking to them, and then they're like, they thought I was like someone else, like first name, like it wasn't my first name obviously. And then so I was like, oh, I guess they sold their account. So yeah, Snowlord sold his account. That figures too. A lot of people sold the account. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't think I would. I can't sell this. I can't sell this account because it's tied to my actual like World of Warcraft Blizzard Battle.net. So I don't think I would ever sell this account. And plus, like, this account is I don't think partners could ever sell their account because, like, it's not like it's flagged, but we do have like certain things on their side, so I'm sure that they would track it. But I mean, in China, that, you know, you can sell accounts all the time, right? So I don't know. What does a 4,500 to 5,000 Rezo account sell for? I have no idea. The biggest whale on the East Coast sold his. Yeah, JT sold his, right? I heard about that. And that was weird too, because he had a partner account. So if the account is still alive, then I guess it's fine. You know? They should just make it illegal like China. I think, like, there should be a way to detach it from your account, and then, oh, bigger than JT. Oh, who? I know. Oh, you're talking about Snowlord. Well, Snowlord was a West Coast account though that sold, but he went East Coast for a while. I don't know who the... Oh, Baratheon. You're talking about Baratheon. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. But, JT sold his. Baratheon sold his, so... I can't fight that guy. Kind of dead here. Don't run that fire into me. Cause it's like, it's the same thing with things that you buy, right? You buy like designer items or like luxury items, and then the return on investment is never there. So that's why, right? Like, so it's better to recoup like some money than zero money when you're done playing. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that, I guess. But it's also for me is what if you want to ever come back to the game and play, you know? I mean, I like this build because it kills tanks, and the tank meta right now is actually kind of crazy. Unless you buy high-end bags, purses, some of those have risen. Yeah, I mean, like, if you get, Like one of the Birkin or Hermes, like limited drops. I mean, most of those are limited drops anyways. Like the ones that people really care about anyways. I'm gonna say 5 because it's fun because you know it was in the juicer game. But I haven't tried Shikar Strafe. That was one of the builds I mean, in the limited fashion I tried it. The game that I've tried it in was not a good test of. But when I did play it, it didn't kill Stone Druid. That was a problem. But it wasn't the greatest test either because the lobby was kind of like a low lobby and like I was just killing like lobies all the time. But I feel like even in that last game where I just won 20-0, the only reason I was able to kill those druids and their tanks so fast was because of this build. I just wish the targeting wasn't so wonky sometimes, because if you're trying to hit this target, sometimes you'll shoot this way. If you're on controller, it should grab this target here, but I would say probably play on controller if you can. But I don't know, I just don't like playing on controller in PvP. I would probably equate that to like a regular car, not like, you know, a GT3 RS that's gonna hold value for a long time, or like a Turbo S. You know, you're basically buying base. I read your arrow message and I said base, you know, BMW or Mercedes. You know, want some 3 Series or something like that. That thing depreciates like crazy. You know. No to explosive arrow because your essences, survivor strike only works on crossbow shot. So if you, and then this one, this additional damage only works on crossbow shot. So if you were to change this out, the stuff for like explosive arrow, there's not that much in here. Like the burn, which doesn't do anything for your burst, right? Yeah, and then there's basically nothing in here that does anything for your burst that I can think of. Let me just double check. It's because it's all sentry. So the answer is no. So no to crossbow, explosive arrow. Explosive arrow is not fluid. I don't care that it's not like, because you can move pretty fast, like. And then also depth appended only works off of crossbow shot, right? So that's the other thing is this. Oh yeah, offhand you'd be missing slot. Yeah, but main hand too, right? Your main hand, your main hand cross depth appended. Make sure my charm is right. Okay. You think the main hand knock up on explosive arrow with so many, or the knockback? If you had, okay, maybe but you're losing 3 essences just to gain a knockback that doesn't do damage. Think about that. So unless you were running, I could say maybe a world where that would work. And if you had the effects on here where knockbacks have a chance to stun enemies, where is it? I don't even know if I have one. I think I have one somewhere. But basically, it's knockbacks have a chance to stun an enemy. Then I could say maybe you could go in on that. And by going in on that, like, building a build around that. Maybe I don't have it. Maybe I got rid of it. I thought I had one. I guess I don't. I guess I don't. Or was it pants? I think I have pants. No, that's knockback shot. But there's an affix somewhere that you know what I mean. You said yes, you have 2 of them. Okay, yeah. So you know what I'm talking about. I thought I had this, but I guess not. What the heck? Guess I don't. Oh yeah, right here. Restrain. Knockbacks now have an 8% chance to stun enemies for 2 seconds. Cannot occur more often than once every 4 seconds or 12 seconds. Same player. So, yeah. And this was actually really good. The restrain was really good when before Colossus Engine came out and running Windwheel Blade on Demon Hunter, the Shikar Strafe with a Windwheel Blade, because that Windwheel Blade was basically a free CC. And you know, it was like a black hole basically, and then that was allowed you to this allowed you to get a stun in there as well. So it was a knockback, you got a stun, and then you could burst them down with Shikar Strafe. That was fun. That was a fun build to play too. Yeah, you're gonna be missing 2 offhands, right? Yeah, two offhands. Knockback pretty useless now with stun druid. Only if you have a lot of stun druids, because I was playing a knockback shot build. Like Fan of Knives is okay. It's a decent build, but it's terrible against stun druid. Hellbinder would work. Meh. That's what I think about Hellbinder. Meh. And you know what? The Wildfire set, they need to buff that thing. 70% Wildfire is not enough. They need to make that damage a lot higher. Be right back. They should buff Windloft too. Okay, how would you rework Windloft? Didn't they... Wait a second. I thought they buffed Windloft. Didn't they buff Windloft or something? Why am I remembering that they changed something with Windloft? Didn't they do something with Windloft? I thought they changed something. Shah Boss, make the primary damage 50%. That's a big one. 50% for Shah Boss? I don't know about that. You think this should go to 50%? That's a lot. From 15 to... That is a lot. Yeah, don't hate on the Windloft. You know? Or not this one. Where's the wind? Well, I don't even have Windloft. Where is it? This one right here. Windloft. Yeah, this one. They changed this, right? Because Windloft, I was showing Isatar. They changed this, right? So Shop Boss definitely needs a buff, and it would be awesome. Okay, but how would you change Windloft though? Make you immune to CC during 1,000 wins? That could work. What if you were immune to CC during 1,000 wins? That'd be pretty good. Dude, you know, I give all of these like write-ups and like I get no traction. Like no traction. Like I said, most of my ideas are like kind of shot down, I think. People are like, oh, that's stupid. But it's like, I don't know. I think it'd be very interesting, and then they could always dial it down again if it becomes broken. But I mean, I think the problem is, I think there's too much anti-CC or CC immunity in the game, right? What I think should have happened is they should give us back our kind of like CC break, or maybe reduce it just a little bit. I don't think Fume Thread Smokescreen need to be buffed. Smoke Bomb did not need to be buffed. That damage did not need to be buffed, but they increased the damage of it for some reason. No, make it 2 seconds, right? Like when you take damage, it lasts for 2 seconds. That's what you should do. Like the deactivation should last for 2 seconds. Right, so deactivates for 2 seconds. But change this that it deactivates after 2 seconds if you take damage, right? Not instantly. Nah, I keep going back to this 2-star gem. I think this 2-star gem would have changed, really shaken up the meta if this was an actual execute gem. Like, this would be amazing. Ignore all immunities, have a true execute. I'm just saying, like, that would... Man, that would be amazing. But make it work only, like, once every 20 seconds or something like that. Like, put a cooldown on it. But it'll kill tanks, it'll catch them off guard, right? It'll add a little bit of dynamacy. Is that a word? Dynamacy? That will be good. See, maybe if they ever... Actually... I don't think Blizzard ever hires devs for this game. It's mostly like NetEase does, and then the devs just convert, like, you know, into English or for rest of the world. Okay, so someone asked, Legend Kick-Ass, you asked for Paragon. Sure. This is the Paragon. Sorry, I meant to, I think, respond to that, and then I either went to the bathroom or I forgot to respond. That happens a lot. This is the Paragon. There you go. And the legendary skill in the bottom left here is overloaded. Because I know it's blurred out and it's hard to see. They can't let a 2-star gem to become a must-have meta gem. Okay, then make a 5-star version of that. Right? If they wanna... Dude, can you imagine? Everybody would run that gem. What if it was like once every 45 seconds? Like, where is the threshold where it becomes so broken? Like 20 seconds might be too broken, right? Anything below 20 seconds, it would be too much. Or maybe you get... How would you put that gem that it's not so broken that it completely breaks the game? And I think it would be it applies a debuff on the target, and if the debuff, just like the 2-star gem, if the target drops below 30%, you can execute them, right? I think that would make sense. I'm watching your stream. Okay, let's get this W. Oh my gosh. Okay, at least I can kill their tanks. It was almost must have. Yeah, because like when I heard that the gem was an execute gem, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be like game breaking. And then, you know, it's like expectations versus reality kind of situation, and it was not good. I was like, what the heck? I was like, this is how you make a really good gem, not a really good gem, you know? I know. What just hit? Oh my god, he had an immunity up. Allow a pet to have a gem? They were talking about that a couple times, like... Nice TOL. Good kill on Morg there. Dude, are they just running around following each other? And I apparently had a gray stot on me still that I didn't see. I still have a gray stot on me. Yeah, you like that? I froze way far away that time. I feel like we're not pushing down the lane as much. We need to. Not looking good. Tough game. Tough game. Yeah, what do we do against that though? Seconds left. There's just too much. Okay, this is like my still complaint of this game is there's just too much AoE CC damage in this game. Like, just way too much. Just pop an ability and you know, just way too much. That was a tough game. And then the tweaks with the matchmaking too is I don't know why now they're like, oh, it doesn't, your battleground rank doesn't matter anymore, so let's just put everyone in the same queue. That also is left me kind of scratching my head a bit. I was like, why would you do that? Because now people are just gonna do their 3 games if like their rank doesn't matter, right? I don't understand why have a ranking system if you're just going to ignore the rank and then put everyone in the same pool anyways. Diminishing player base. They need to do what other mobile games do and open a new server, and new accounts you can't transfer there. Only new accounts, like new players. Like when you create a new character, you go in a pool of new servers. Like there's other mobile games that do the same things. Like when you create a new account, you have you go into like a new pool of servers. So this game should do the same thing. And that would welcome more players, because no one wants to go into a battleground on a freshly, leveled character like 1400 and then get into just like immediately trash talking BG because they're new, right? Like this game is not welcoming for whatever reason. So a minor league server, I don't know, but I don't know what it is. I just worry about how many. I would need to see the data that shows how many new accounts are being created that aren't obviously platinum sellers and boss and things like that, right? But just see new players, actual players that don't have random characters in their name are playing the game, right? And then it's like, oh, there's actually a good amount to attract a player base. Like, I don't know, maybe Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 does it right with seasons, because each season, everything resets. So I don't know what the answer is, but you got to find a way to attract new players. Yeah, like how they merge Oceanic with the SEA, ha ha ha, and get ripped. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could say the same. It's tough when you merge economies, because like just the example that you gave, right? Oceanic and SEA being merged is like a huge difference. I don't think this game gets enough new players, but the game is not welcoming to new players, right? That's what I'm saying is, how do you make this game more welcoming to players? That's the question that I'm asking. That's why I brought up the other mobile games, is because other mobile games allow you to experience like with other new players, and you kind of remember that when we were all figuring the game out and we were struggling with blood rows and things like that when the game first came out, like that player base needs to kind of experience that. SEA has 13k whales with 14k secondaries. Oceanic has 13k whales with 8k secondaries. Yeah, so it's basically like me being 10k with 10k secondaries, right? And then throws me into a lobby that with 13k with 14k secondaries, and then I'm expected to do more than what I'm doing, right? Like that's just insane. We're gonna go for probably like another 40 minutes, because it is a work day tomorrow. Get rid of pay to win. That's why they kept, I think I read that. That's why they kept merging all the regions. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, maybe that's also why they released 2 Phantom Market skins back to back, right? That felt pretty fast. I think the last BG update made a lot of whales quit. Which last BG update? What was the last BG update? I don't even remember. Oh, the mobs. You don't like the new map? Plus all the bugs that weren't fixed. I don't really mind the mobs and like the revamped PvP and like the PvE stuff, elements of PvE going on, right? I don't really mind that. Another trip around the sun. And regions merge that introduce a lot of lags. Well, I mean, that's also one of the reasons why I stopped playing, was because at the time I was playing Fan of Knives, and Fan of Knives wasn't doing very well because of I could never land an escalating violence lockout, right? So I could make sure I hit a Fan of Knives and a knockback shot. So yeah, I mean, I know it wasn't the last one, but I remember when that first merge happened, and it's like I asked about how it's decided which server you merge on, and it's just like it's whatever servers has more players, that's where you get merged, right? That's in the queue. So whatever region has more players, that's the region you go to. Notice how West Coast we never have West Coast BGs because there's not enough players queuing apparently. So yeah. It would be surprising if we get that, right? A West Coast BG. Wow, Stater judgment there, or condemn hit me. Too many people. Okay. I love that. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Crap. Immune to stun. Okay, gonna lose this game probably. I think everyone's rotating. Look, everyone's like rotating around. Feels like everyone's over-rotating. Wow. Wow, okay. I just got destroyed by a spin to win DH. That was crazy burst, by the way. That was almost yeah, that was almost Fear this is real good, strong DH. Yeah, man, he melted me. Like melted the crap out of me. Oh, he's not spin to win. It looked like he was spin to win. Because he's running that multi-shot skills. Like when you use a skill, it fires a multi-shot. Oh, he's running the Vengeance transformation? That's crazy. Huh. Okay. It looked like it was spin to win because he shot those two multi-shots at me. But I actually wasn't paying attention to exactly what was happening. I think the last matchmaking update, the one that re-included combat rating in matchmaking, also introduced a lot more imbalanced games. You can see it from the amount of complaints. Did it reintroduce combat rating? Because I know that they took out battleground score now, right? They don't care about win rate anymore either. Isn't that the other changes that they made? I just went into challenge dungeons on your farm build and got trolled. How'd you get trolled? Doesn't matter what they do if they don't address skill gap. Matchmaking will never be in a good spot. Yeah, but that's why they had. That's why that was the whole point of win rate. But then they decided to throw out win rate and stuff like that too, right? So I just don't know. Well, they don't use elo though, and even WoW doesn't use elo. The only one that uses elo is I don't even think Valorant uses elo. Elo is only in League of Legends. And then World of Warcraft uses matchmaking, MMR, and then what does Valorant use? I don't know what system Valorant uses. But it doesn't matter. The system doesn't really matter. It just does. Like I think it does need to. You need to keep track of some kind of stat. Which I don't understand why they did that in this game. They just kind of keep taking out things like it's like resonance doesn't matter, battleground rank doesn't matter anymore, and on YouTube we're talking about it's usually due to just diminishing player base, right? It's just try to get more people in the lobbies, I guess, but then it's just making more people not want to play, from what I understand. I don't know, they've had 4 years now to make improvements on like PvP, and I don't know if we'll ever get there. You can have 80% win rate if you queue 3k with 11 secondaries. But I mean, you should get in you should then be like facing much stronger opponents, right? Like I don't know. I don't know how to fix it in this game. And I don't even know what the kind of the logic is, and that's the other problem. Like we always just kind of guess at how the matchmaking works in this game. Didn't they say that they were? Oh, that's because they took out the reso making, right? Didn't they say that they were taking reso out from a consideration or something like that? I don't remember all the changes. There was like something that when I was away that I missed, and I don't know, whatever. I only BG to Legend as my matchmaking is the absolute worst unless I When they made that matchmaking change, my win rate went from 60 to 45%, and most games were completely lopsided. Badges. Badges as in, that's what made it lopsided, or? Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, the badges are equalized apparently now. So the badges aren't like. Is this a juicer or something? Cause our one dude just left. Our other whale left. Probably. That's probably why. They got a Tempest. Oh yeah, this is a juicer, okay. That's why he left, because he wants to save his win rate. He'll take the point penalty. That's why he left. Okay. See, the thing is, though, like, my count's not even that high anymore. That's the thing, is like 10k secondaries is not high, right? 10k res is not that high. It's like, I would call that like mid-range now. Yeah, everyone has 11k, yeah. It's like, we can't even kill one druid. That's why NTD left the thing. And then we have this dude back here that just got 6 kills, so his Juggernaut just procced. Someone hit him with a silence, so that's why he died. Dead. 288k rib. Man, they got a lot of power on that team, too. No wonder he left. How did that... I just don't get why it fired over there. I was literally right here on the screen. And it decided to fire on the side. That makes no sense. Same thing. Same thing just happened. Very weird. They got a lot of melee on that side. I'm not sure why my escape just literally locked out. I thought I still had one. Weird. Yeah, so like if you know that we're gonna lose at a game, I mean, if he knows that we're gonna lose, I just don't understand why the matchmaking doesn't know. And even if we didn't lose, yeah, like what the, I just got killed by, that was so much damage there. That was crazy. No, you take abandon penalty, but I think you save your win rate, right? If you leave. Or maybe it's just not a waste of time. Like I don't know. People just give team 12 points for the AFK, right? Or the abandon. I think if you leave, it doesn't count. There's other games that if you did that, if you just like left or auto for the game, it doesn't affect your win rate. I wonder if that's the same thing. Someone should try that out and let me know. I suggested the vote to surrender before too. That wasn't I don't think that was very popular either. We get a lot of people that leave. You got techie auto lose. That why NTD left? That's Snowlord's account. Which account? Techie? Is that Snowlord's account? Yeah, man. Freaking. Oh, Riot. It's all good. I mean, whatever. Wow. Not when man, that spin to win DH just destroyed me there. And there's a I can't even go in there. I have to wait. Alright. And I'm dead again. How, man? Sabreezy Streets, what's up? A little lag there. I'm messed up. That hurt a lot. You know, I really miss the having an escape lockout. Cause I keep dashing through people and then I immediately regret it. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that's our rope. Century rope. Oh, that's a multi-shot. Is that the avatar? The vengeance avatar? Oh, we gotta make some progress here. I'm gonna go help left because me on the left there did nothing. Or me on the right. Sorry, me on the right. I felt like did nothing. We were making progress when I was on the left. Need to get used to BK. All good, man. All good. Man, spin to win is just between. Wow, I just kind of went in and died though. The problem with this build is it does terrible against any range class. That is the epitome of this build. Like the problem, the biggest problem with this build. But we have Snowlord's account or Riot learning BK. So it makes it hard. Yeah, I think this build is okay. However, range will destroy you. I think that's the consensus. Is you basically can't compete against range. In that fight though, I will say having a Spiteful Blood would have saved me. So maybe we do run a Spiteful Blood instead. Because of the Demon Hunter, there's the BK, there's the Druid. I mean, it's not that much damage because Wolfheart gives 14%, right? Like, so it's not like. And what does the rank 10 Leviathan give? Oh no, that's just attack speed. Let me get. $51. Wait, is that high? 51%? Wow, that's crazy high. What the heck? Wait, for real, it's 51%? Okay, that is nutty. Why would they make a gem give you 51%? Who thought that that was a good idea? I'm a bit flabbergasted from that. Okay, so where do I make up that damage from though? Not the whole damage, but some of the damage. Oh, it's 11 o'clock anyways. Okay, let me think. They want to slow down the game. Sarcasm. Dude, that is... Yeah, I thought they wanted to slow down the game, but they made a gem give 51% damage? That doesn't make any sense. That's probably why I'm getting eaten alive by those spin to win DHs, right? 51% increased damage is a lot. Man, that's crazy. Okay. Well, I mean, I could build a Leviathan tomb. What's a rank 6? How much is... what's the... Let me see what the rank is at rank 6. What does it do? Let me see. Because I can build a rank 6 pretty fast. Let me see. I'll have to wait till next month, I think, because I already bought the packs. So rank 6 is 40%. So even 40% is pretty good. Right? 5-star cheap is 260. So it's cheap. Oh, it's 37. Someone said 38. 37. So 37 or 38. Oh, it's 37.5. It says increasing crushing depth effectiveness to 37.5%. So that's when you crit. So it's 37.5%. Okay. And then, oh, Wolfheart goes inside. Oh yeah, I should definitely use instead of Wolfheart. Oh, okay. All right, we'll okay. So we will I guess work towards Not this month, but next month when the packs reset. We'll work towards building a rank 6. So I can get a rank 6 pretty easy. Should be able to. Yeah. It's okay. I can build it. That's crazy though. Why would they introduce a gem like that? That's actually nuts. Yeah, I know it does, but that's not, man. That is 51%. The next gem is gonna be like 65%. The next gem after that's gonna be 75%. Next gem after that, 100%. Like, you know, where does it end? You know, they just need a gem, a defensive gem that decreases all damage taken by 100% or something like that, you know? So, anyways, I'm gonna go get ready for bed and do my stuff and get ready for work this week. And yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Next week, I'm going to try to stream same time. Fridays, maybe even Saturday, but Friday and Sunday I'll try to stream again. And yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Good to see everyone. Stay safe. Have a good week at work, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.